are more attractive than alchemy.
Alright, who is it? Hello! Have you ever taken a look at Fear and Hunger and thought to yourself, man, this is just too easy and fair? Well, unfair, that you can fail to escape from at any time. Unfortunately, randomizing most other things is far too broken. Okay, this is looking pretty good. So at the start, I only decided to randomize weapons, armor, and enemies. This would, however, slightly change later on, and I'll get to why that is later. Anyway, pretty much everything other than using debug spots, infinite item glitches, and skipping fights by using empty scrolls to get the required souls is fair game. So with that, let us begin. Okay, this is This is looking pretty good. So at the start, I only decided to randomize weapons, armor, and enemies. This would, however, slightly change later on, and I'll get to why that is later. Anyway, pretty much everything other than using debug spots, infinite item glitches, and skipping fights by using empty scrolls to get the required souls is fair game. So with that, let us begin. With the very first attempt, I actually got quite lucky with the weapon randomization, starting with a Cursed Claymore. With this, I was confident I could manage to make some good progress here. So, let's see how the rest of this run goes. Oh no. Yeah, to be honest, it would quickly become evident that you never had any semblance of safety with this randomizer. One issue that I would come to quickly figure out was that the randomization on this mod works in strange ways. Every enemy was different this time, but every weapon and armor piece was still the same. But before I could think too much about that... After this, I had figured out that in order to randomize things properly, you actually had to go into one of the files for the mod and change the seed manually. So from now on, whenever I die, I'll just write some random bullshit into the seed text and just see what happens. At the moment, I was kind of just doing whatever, honestly. Just going through the starting areas, looting, and hoping for good stuff, all the while hoping to avoid any bastard enemies. Too big of a deal? Okay, there's a door. Then I had an idea. You see, normally the fight with Nashra here is literally impossible to win against. So what would happen if I beat him? Nope, Nashra is just there. Nothing, as it turns out. I then had a rather unlucky enemy encounter, which I for some reason didn't even think to try and escape from. Then, thanks to some luck, I managed to find an explosive vial to gain access to the thicket. Another reason why I decided to randomize weapons was because without randomizing them, this would be my strat for pretty much every single attempt. And who do we get as the ghost? Oh god! No! Oh no! This was actually a pretty huge problem, since the ghost appears in a few certain spots unless you kill him. But it was not fruitless, for the Eastern Sword was replaced with the Surgle Spear. Unbelievable. Which is probably like third best weapon in the game. Now, since the Poltergeist Man was randomized to be the Crow Mauler, that probably meant that the Crow Mauler was just some shitty low-level enemy then, right? So let's see. Is he a hard fight? Dude! It randomizes one of the hardest enemies in the game to the more powerful version of him. Are you fucking kidding me? On the next try, with almost no preparation and nothing but a cursed short sword, I decided to attempt to kill my first required boss enemy for the ending, Cave Mother. Who's the fight gonna be? Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. I have the cursed short sword. First phase, no problem. Second phase, that's not good. Next attempt is avoiding puppy. Crow Mauler. I could take him down right now. Let's go for it. That only does that much damage. After some more wasted time, I would make my first big discovery. Okay. While I was excited at the time, I would later come to realize what this meant for the rest of the run. And I also realized that since every enemy is randomized, this meant I could get past many of the locked doors pretty easily if they randomized into an easy enemy, leading me to some quite good loot. Unfortunately, a critical mistake would then be made. We should be able to take him out without much issue. Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck. Please. But now I knew the strat to opening up doors I normally can't to find good weapons. The reason this was good was that most ways to find weapons were down to luck with coin flips, which weren't exactly my forte. Okay, thanks. Oh, fuck off! Moving on to the next run, I found an empty scroll, which I used for necromancy, since I figured one of the best ways to stay safe in a place where you don't know what's going on is to just get other people to take all the hits for you. First skeleton obtained. Oh no. Oh fuck no. Please work. Okay, after a lucky coin flip, because I forgot I had already used the rabbit healing area, I second skeleton, Hillary. And then this would occur. Thorned ring, what is that? Crow Mauler soul. Oh. Now, initially I was quite happy with this, but then I had a stark realization. Wait, I just realized. If I have armor randomized and souls that counted as armors, I might not even get the souls. for using a soul stone. And sure enough, after managing to defeat the cave mother and using a soul stone on her, we got the ever-watching Taoist. And so I decided to adjust the randomizer to only randomize weapons and enemies from now on. Now that we actually had the correct settings for the randomizer, it was time to go hard. Oh shit. Alright, let's see what we got. Good. What's your problem, Green? Now, this run was actually looking quite promising. Good luck escaping, and we got the blue sin. But wait, it's a randomized weapon. What weapon did I get? Now finally, we were onto our first boss enemy, the salmon snake, who was replaced by a uterus. A surprisingly good randomization, since the main threat from the uterus is you get infected limbs, which luckily enough for us, the salmon snake soul completely fixes once you equip it. This luck, however, would not last. And again, look at that, 1 HP. Thankful.
Did you know that Kubo revealed why Rukia is so obsessed with reading horror manga? We know that shortly after they met, Rukia began training Ichigo so he could better utilize his new Soul Reaper powers. And while our orange-haired MC was forced to train with a baseball pitching machine, which for all we know Rukia stole, she was chilling in the background and reading a horror manga. We even got the description of the manga in question in the extra panel at the end of that same chapter, which honestly is weird as hell. That said, back in 2006, Kubo did an interview with Shonen Jump, and one of the questions was related to Rukia's favorite manga. This is where Kubo revealed that the reason she is so obsessed with horror mangas is because, ironically enough, there is nothing scary to read in the afterlife, which also means that she developed this addiction only after she came to the human world. Did you know that Kubo revealed why Rukia is so obsessed with reading horror manga? We know that shortly after they met, Rukia began training Ichigo so he could better utilize his new Soul Reaper powers. And while our orange-haired MC was forced to train with a baseball pitching machine, which for all we know,
Bro, you don't need this many nades, fam.
You know what you don't need? You don't need that blonde on the top of your head, but you have it, don't you? How about I just use my natural hair color? How about that? How about I fucking use with
Kev, wait, Kev. That ain't, you ain't got natural.
Now you better slow down. Now you better slow down. Hey, man, that's enough. You're ski? Kyle, I'm serious, that's enough. Let's take our shots and let's go do the thing.
Kev!
You're out of line. No, you're out of line.
Kev!
Hey!
Kev!
You're out of line.
That's not your natural. Bro, you don't need this many nades, fam.
I was in the club, for the hoes, I'm in rocket. Posted in the cut, and I'm looking for a blockhead. In my white tee, I break a bitch, and I keep a big bitch. Rock that like that. Rip up my leader house, yeah, I'm feels on the beat. And I'm hot in a plate. Tell a nigga really listen, kill a thing with it. And I can rock with it. And if you got a she got a sucker clock with it. Ain't gonna rock with it. Rock with it, lean with it. So damn hard you pick. I was in the club, for the hoes, I'm in rocket. Posted in the cut, and I'm looking for a blockhead. In my white tee, I break a bitch, and I keep a big bitch. Rock that like that. Rip up my leader house, yeah, I'm feels.
3 million, fuck it. And I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I'm gonna be bidding on this, and I will get this car. 2-1, 2-1. 2, 6, Jesus, fuck. Can I do it? 3? Do it? No. 3 million, fuck it. Oh my God, I want it. We're very sad. I lost the bid for the Apollo. Hamilton got it, as you can see, for 3.15. 3 million, fuck it. And I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I'm gonna be bidding on this, and I will get this car. Do it? No, it's 3 million! 3 million! Fuck it!
Oh my god, you crazy.
I want it! We're very sad. I lost the bid for the Apollo. Hamilton got it, as you can see, for 3.15. 3 million! 3 million! Fuck it! And I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I'm gonna be bidding on this, and I will get this car. 2-1! 2-1!
2-6, Jesus fuck.
Can I do it? 3? Do it?
No, it's
3 million! 3 million! Fuck it!
oh my god, you crazy.
I want it! We're very sad. I lost the bid for the Apollo. Hamilton got it, as you can see, for 3.
What are we doing here? I am absolutely done with the commission builds. No longer. First and last. That's if you even consider this one the first one. We might not even make it, man. Alright, let's get our GPU. Let's get the GPU.
Appealing to some of the most depraved types of people out there were a myriad of websites centering on very specific fetishes and interests. And the one that rose to mainstream prominence during the early 2000s was named none other than Cannibal Cafe. It appealed to, well, cannibals, those who legitimately desired to consume other human beings. And what festered here was a cesspool of pedophilia and vorophilia that went unchecked for years. Of course, the website staunchly claims that everything posted here is all fantasy. But is it really? In early 2001, a man going by nothing more than Frankie makes numerous posts to the Cannibal Cafe. He's searching for what he calls a young slaughter boy and has a peculiar request. I'm searching for a young boy between 18 and 25 years old. If you have a normal body, I'll butcher you and eat your flesh. It was a disturbingly simple, to-the-point inquiry, and this post sat here, floating in the vast ocean that is the internet, for days. As Frankie's post garnered slivers of attention, willing volunteers trickled in. When it really came down to it, though, all of them ended up backing out. But there was one that didn't. A computer engineer named Bernd Brandis expresses to Frankie that he has a very specific fetish, and isn't for consuming others, but for the exact opposite. He wants to be consumed, and he wants Frankie to be the one to do it to him. Over the next few days, the two exchange contact information by email, and it's here where Brandis learns that the name Frankie is nothing but an alias. This man's real name is Armin Maivis, and he's ready to meet as soon as possible. It's the night of March 9th, and Brandis is on his way to Armin's home. It's unclear what exactly is on his mind, and if he even knows what's coming. However, after arriving at his residence, Brandis opens with an interesting request. He wants to have his reproductive appendage bit off and eaten, and so, complying, Mavis gives his wish a try, however is unsuccessful due to its chewiness. Resultingly, he cuts it off and throws it in a frying pan with various marinades and seasonings. However, after all of his effort, ends up burning it to the point where it's entirely inedible. Growing weak and losing blood, Mavis escorts him to his bathroom, and over the next few minutes, places him inside the tub, feeds him a cocktail of painkillers and alcohol, slits his throat, and kisses him on the forehead as the life of Bernd Brandis fades before his eyes. 3 hours, Brandis sits here as Mavis reads a Star Trek novel to pass the time. And bafflingly, during this entire fiasco, not a single thing was done without anyone's consent. Over the next few days, Armin Mavis dismembers Bernd Brandis, storing his remains in his deep freezer with nothing more than some frozen pizzas and a dead rat. Meanwhile, every single thing he's doing and has done to him is being filmed by a camera he's had on hand the entire time. All of it is documented, and all of it immortalized onto one single VHS tape. Over the next 10 months, Armin consumes over 44 pounds of Bernd Brandis' flesh, taking out and cooking his body parts whenever he desired them. With this, he takes to the Cannibal Cafe to boast in explicit detail about his actions. However, it's here where Armin finally finds himself on the receiving end. Of trouble. By December of 2002, another member of the Cannibal Cafe reports numerous, explicitly detailed posts by Frankie to authorities, prompting a raid of his home. There, police discover numerous body parts and a single 4-hour videotape depicting the murder and dismemberment of Bernd Brandis. Because of their discovery, Armin Mivas was immediately apprehended. However, his charges were some that authorities had no specific laws on prosecuting. Bernd Brandis, throughout this entire ordeal, was willing, which only brought considerable confusion and media attention to this case. Nevertheless, Armin Mivas ended up with a conviction of murder and claimed that he'd done it out of sexual gratification. Today, he remains incarcerated in Frankfurt, Germany, and will, for the rest of his life, remain behind bars. The tape that Armin filmed during his night with Bernd Brandis has never seen the light of day outside the courtroom during his trial. Considered to be too gruesome to show to the general public, the world is left to speculate on its contents, filling in the blanks from the official story given during his testimony. To be honest, I don't quite know how to feel about this entire dilemma, as Bernd Brandis wanted all of this. He wasn't murdered against his will, but he was still murdered. Nevertheless, Armin Mivas is a depraved man, a man who created a situation that never should have happened. And because of his actions on that fateful night, one of the darkest lost media cases out there, needlessly, was born. It's late at night, and 18-year-old Kathleen Allen and her boyfriend Michael Carroll are spending time in a motel room in which they're living. On this day, nothing is awry, and to some could even be considered painstakingly ordinary. At 10 p.m., Michael vaguely claims that he has to go do something and leaves after assuring her that he'd return in the morning. And so, Kathleen goes to bed, and her night comes to an end. It's morning, and Michael Carroll is nowhere to be found. Regardless, Kathleen doesn't think too much of it and goes about her life and work as usual. 3 days later, while at work, however, she receives a It's a man, and he knows where Michael's located. He claims that he was involved in a shooting and wouldn't be coming home. Shocked, Kathleen informs her boss that she needs to leave, and given the circumstances, she's given permission to do so. A few moments later, she's seen running out into the parking lot, where a bearded man approaches her. The two reportedly engage in conversation before she ends up jumping in his car. Soon after, the man joins her in the vehicle, and it speeds off, never to be seen again. This is the last time that Kathleen Allen was ever seen in public. alive.
She spends what she puts away.
On October 29, 1945, a man named Leonard Lake was born in San Francisco, California. Being regarded a bright kid, his early years were relatively unsuspecting. When he turned 6 years old, however, his parents had separated, to which Lake and his siblings would move in with their grandmother. Bizarrely, Lake began to exhibit disturbing habits. On numerous occasions, he was caught photographing his sister's nude. He'd collect mice and dissolve them in chemicals, and he'd extort his siblings into performing sexual acts, all of which was condoned by his grandmother with not a single shred of effort to put a stop to it. Needless to say, Lake hailed from a broken home, something that only catalyzed his morbid fascinations. However, because they were left unchecked, and often encouraged, Leonard Lake's life would only spiral further and further as time began to overtake him. By the turn of the 80s and throughout adulthood, Leonard Lake became heavily invested in survivalism, a movement focused on preparing for severe emergencies. Notably, Lake had an undying fear of a nuclear holocaust, and on numerous occasions attempted to build safety bunkers at his residences, to varying success. In 1981, he put out an advertisement for a survivalist partner in a war game magazine in hopes of meeting someone to live with him for honestly, God knows why. The reason this is important is because this single page, this one advertisement, had led Lake to meet one of the most vile people in existence, exacerbating Lake's pre-existing morbid fantasies and leading to his status as one of the most disgusting and disturbing monsters ever to exist. The man's name was Charles Ng, a native of Hong Kong and a convict who was in and out of prison. Almost immediately, the pair hit it off, collaborating in numerous crimes like firearm theft that eventually led to their arrest and a brief stint in prison. After their release, the two settled down in a wooded town named Wilseyville, and it was here where Lake enlisted the help of various residents to build yet another bunker right next to his cabin. Inside, he'd begin stockpiling illegal weapons. However, alongside them was something that didn't exactly belong. It was equipment to record video.
Good evening. It's a Sunday in October, 22nd, 23rd, something like that. Very close to my 38th birthday. And I'm starting this tape without script or without any real organization of what I want to say. This tape, what you're hearing now, is going to be the lead-in of the various phases of construction of a building, which hopefully will be the first of a series of underground buildings. The main emphasis of the building, the whole justification for its expense and its effort, will be a hidden portion of it, a secret room, if we can call it that, that will house a cell, a jail cell, if you will. And the purpose of that cell, and the main purpose, hence, of the building, will be the imprisonment of a young lady who probably at this moment is unknown to me. What I want is an off-the-shelf sex partner. I want to be able to use a woman whenever and however I want. And when I'm tired or satiated or bored or not interested, I simply want to put her away, lock her up in a little room, get her out of my sight, out of my life. The advantages of such a situation are, of course, obvious and even beyond sexual. Such a woman, totally enslaved, would be useful for the mundane chores that I have to do, but I'm not particularly interested in doing. Clean house, washing dishes, etc. Slave, there's no way around it. Primarily a sexual slave, but nonetheless a physical slave as well.
This is Horror Copy for Monday, February 15th.
Hi, I'm Kyle Kraska. It's being called the creepiest crime scene in America. A remote cabin where cops say some of the most gruesome serial killings in California history took place. Well, now Ed Miller's giving you an exclusive and very disturbing look inside this house of horrors.
First, they were kidnapped, then robbed, raped, and killed. 12 innocent victims. 3 women, 7 men, 2
The real reason for his bunker wasn't solely for survivalism. That was merely a piece of it. You see, Lake and Ing had this morbid obsession with capturing. Lake claimed that he needed them to serve him after the impending nuclear holocaust, and frequently went on record to demean the existence of women entirely. And so, for years, Lake and Ing would capture, torture, inside this bunker, all the while documenting it on his myriad of VHS cameras installed inside each room. The woman we saw at the beginning of this segment wasn't just someone random, because it was Kathleen Allen. The woman who left her job because of the news of her boyfriend's death. The woman who entered the car of a stranger and was never seen again. The woman who fell right into the grasp of Leonard Lake. While the pair's main target were women, they wouldn't hold back on abducting their relatives. Often, the pair would coerce men into coming out to their bunker in hopes of work, before they'd rob them, strangle them, and steal their identities. Thereafter, they'd manipulate their families into coming to their property, much like they did with Kathleen, to which they'd lock them up in Lake's dungeon and leave them with an ultimatum. They can either serve Lake and Ing unapologetically, obeying their every command without hesitance, or they could be killed. No matter which option they chose, though, the outcome was all the same. Their lives would be brutally torn from them, with not a single soul around to help. In June of 1985, police were called to a hardware store after Charles Ing was caught trying to shoplift a device. After catching wind of the situation, Lake rushed there himself in hopes of paying for it. However, when police asked for an ID, he handed over one that looked nothing like him. It was the license for Robin Stapley, a man who turned up missing just a few weeks prior. Following this, both Ing and Lake were arrested. However, just 4 days later, and while in custody, Leonard Lake would swallow cyanide pills, effectively ending his own life. Upon searching Lake's property, authorities discovered multiple vehicles belonging to their numerous victims, along with a makeshift burial site near their compound. Inside of it, they unearthed 40 pounds of crushed human bone fragments coming from what they believed to be the remains of at least 11 bodies. Inside the bunker, they find a treasure map leading to 2 buckets containing various IDs and personal belongings, and a myriad of VHS tapes depicting the torture and murder of their victims. To say that their discovery was grim is a criminal understatement, as the breadth of their crimes simply cannot be summarized in writing. The scene? Surreal. And the content on those VHS tapes? Indescribably worse. Today, Charles Ing is still alive, serving his life sentence in the San Quentin State Prison. Given his court verdict, being 12 counts of first-degree murder, it's undeniable that this man will never again see the light of day. The crimes that he and Leonard Lake committed are some of the worst in history, and the fact that they videotaped it adds that extra layer of repulsion. To this day, the tapes filmed by Charles Ing and Leonard Lake are sealed away, with no plans to ever be released. However, considering the content presumed to be on them, it's safe to say that some things are better off lost. Indefinitely.
Around 1995, I was about 15. I used to stay up late in my room listening to the radio on a boombox with an integrated tape recorder. One night I came across this. I don't think this was the beginning of the broadcast, but I caught a lot of it. Right at the end, an announcer says that the station I was tuned to was WKCR 89.9, New York. There were a bunch of names and dates in there, but I've never run into anything else like this. The creepypasta. A relic of a bygone era in internet history. The induction for many of us to online horror. Suicide Mouse, Ben Drowned, Slenderman, and Sad Satan are among some of the most notorious online horror stories in existence. However, to this day, one refuses to die. It's called Jeff the Killer, and by this point, he needs no introduction. The story today hasn't exactly aged very well, and to be honest, it kinda sounds like a Joker fanfiction, and it isn't very scary. But that's okay, because it wasn't exactly written for our time.
Jeff the Killer's certainly a tale that's past its time, yet it stands as somewhat of a cornerstone of online history. Contrary to all the effort put into the story, however, it's safe to say that the uncanniness of the image accompanying it was the major catalyst for its popularity online. All across the early 2010s, the image was shared like wildfire, though what most were unaware of was that it had coincidentally found itself caught in a web of both controversy and enduring mystery. And it was all based around one simple question. The story as we know it was written by an author on the creepypasta wiki named GameFuel 2000, in which its earliest known date of publication is November 21st of 2011. Curiously though, an online user going by the persona Sessoir had come forth shortly after its online explosion, claiming that, in reality, they are Jeff's creator. It's a bold claim, yet this should be relatively easy to prove. On October 3rd, 2008, a video was shared to a YouTube channel called Killer Jeff, an alias that Sessoir claims ownership of. The video is more or less a slideshow and drops bits of Jeff the Killer lore over pictures of various characters from his story. Interestingly, this upload was accompanied by a story on Newgrounds, where the same user made a post on August 10th of that same year. The story of old Jeffy. He enjoys horror such as ghost stories or slasher films. Have you ever met him in person? This man is what other people call bizarre. He's like a Bloody Mary game, except you must perform it in the closet, turn off all the lights, and sit down cross-legged while repeating this saying 3 times while turning your head back and forth. He's in here with me. After the saying, close your eyes and call out the name Jeff. He'll appear by putting his face right up to you and proceed to yell and try to chant harm at you. To make him stop is to stand there and compliment him, and not doing so will result in a nightmarish field trip. Okay, so there we have it. Sessoir is the creator of Jeff the Killer, as they bear proof of the earliest rendition of utilizing both his name and image. With this in mind, surely they should have that picture unedited, right? In December of 2015, fellow creator Scare Theater got in contact with Sessoir. He asked them a plethora of questions, like, what inspired you? Why do you call him Jeff? And did you ever expect him to become so well known? All granting thought-provoking insight into the creator of this online behemoth. Interestingly though, in one of them, Scare Theater presses Sessoir about the origins of the Jeff image, to which they respond, stating, the picture was made using a white latex mask and some big plastic eyes, with red rubber substance that simulated blinking. There was also a black ring around the eyes that were on, covering the exposed red eyelid. After it was made, 2 or 3 photos were taken and posted, and the rest is history. Well, just like that, mystery solved. Sessoir crafted something that scared millions online, and did it with none other than a latex mask and some fake eyes. So good on them. Shortly after Sessoir's interview, a video was found on a YouTube channel called Dark Knight. It was uploaded on the 2nd of August 2007 and is titled NNN Special Broadcast. Purportedly, it's based upon a Japanese urban legend surrounding a scrolling list of names at around 3 in the morning, when no one should be watching. The list is said to be accompanied by horrific imagery and bizarre sounds, before, at the very end, it states that these names are tomorrow's sacrifice. It's definitely some Local 58 stuff if I've ever seen it, but that notion isn't the reason we're here tonight. You see, at the very end of this video, Dark Knight sneaks in a small surprise, turning everything we thought we knew about Jeff the Killer on its head. It was here when it was realized that Sessoir was a fraud. He lied when everyone was taking his word at face value. Not only that, Jeff the Killer's image likely didn't even originate from our side of the world, as evidence from an unsuspecting website began to surface in the coming months. Where did this image come from, and what did the original version even look like? If Jeff the Killer were hidden within this video, unknown to the entire world, just sitting here since 2007, waiting to be found, there was bound to be more about him out there. By 2018, investigators made their way to a now defunct Japanese message board named pia.cc. It's your run-of-the-mill website containing blog posts and online discussion. However, way back in 2005, hidden away inside an otherwise innocuous and highly obscure post, again, was him. This photo was uploaded on the 15th of November by a user named Omega Bolt. However, to this day, contact with them has been absolutely non-existent. They have seemingly fallen off the face of the earth, effectively becoming just as obscure as Jeff's origin itself. Aside from that though, this discovery was far from a dead end, as once this photo was run through an EXIF data analyzer, it was found that its file name is Pretty Face. Interesting, considering that just a few weeks later, they found him again. For the very first time, an alternate, less modified version of Jeff the Killer was uncovered, named White Powder 2. It was uploaded by a user named Mr. Mulholland, and in their version, were able to make out minute details that were otherwise shrouded by Photoshop. The mouth is no longer distorted. The facial accents, gone, and the previously foreboding eyes are replaced by an alternative. Contrary to Omega Bolt though, Mr. Mulholland was actually tracked down and contacted via Twitter. There, they claimed that they saw the image before it was edited and believed that it, to their memory, came from an online video of an Asian woman inside her home. Purportedly, her face was extremely pale, and lightly edited screen caps of her were passed around Japanese message boards as surprise images in the mid-2000s. They further state that they don't have the original image, believes that it no longer exists on the internet, and speculates that it may come from a TV show named Honto ni Atta Noroi no Video. Since this revelation, every episode made from 1999 to 2005 have been thoroughly searched, yet a match has never been found. But there is one more, to this day, regarded as the oldest sighting of Jeff the Killer. on the homepage of a website named fileman.n1e.jp, resting innocuously among images of puppies and waifus, was version 1, captured on July 24th of 2005. The only clues that accompany this are the caption, "Fear of a Summer Night," and once clicked, a descriptor claims this photo is, quote, a celebrity before plastic surgery. Aside from this, no further context is given. To be honest, we could do this all day, because since the hunt began, there have been hundreds of sightings of Jeff the Killer online, all predating Sessoir's original story. Over the years, there have been quite a handful of original image contenders that have gained considerable traction, most notably with the widespread hoax involving a woman who doesn't even exist. It's safe to say that this search has had its fair share of controversy, yet that hasn't slowed the decade-long resilience of those trying to investigate this. This is one of the longest-running internet mysteries of all time, and if I'm being honest, it may never find a resolution. Other versions of Jeff are discovered, yet they bear more edits than version 1. Rumors circulate about it being a photo in a set of 3, yet no proof has ever surfaced.
Hello? Hello? What's up, bro? No. I have sounds disabled. I see you, though. I see you. Hello?
हेलो हेलो
Hello?
TS वालों हाजिरी लगाओ Where's my friend Inshal, bro?
He's coming in 10 to 15 minutes, which means
Inshallah, I will kill him, bro.
Don't say
In
inshallah
game.
to him, bro. He'll kill himself. Did you buy an Epic, bro?
Yes.
Oh my god. So proud of you.
I just realized, like, the 2 years I spent abusing caffeine has made it to the point where, like, one Epic does not do anything for me.
Brother, I reached that point in 1 week after drinking Epic.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you lasted 2 years. I'm dying in a week.
But you remember the amount I was taking? My fucking 2 scoops of
That's what I'm
pre-workout
saying.
used to be
That's what I'm
800
saying.
mg of caffeine.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, you survived that for like 2 years. I'm like probably gonna drop that next week. Probably in the middle of a CS game if it turns out like this.
Oh my god. Yao Ming. Wait, do we have 5th?
I don't know if Sarim's here. We'll ask Umar.
Umar's offline on Discord. Let me call Sarim.
I had the craziest sleep of my life. Felt like I was gonna get a heart attack while sleeping.
Yeah, that happens, by the way, considering what you've been consuming.
I know. I was thinking about it. It's like, and you were waking up. You know, the phone would call and you're like, you're waking up like that. That was how that happened.
That is how it goes, by the way.
That happened to me when
Sarim
you
भड़वे
called
ने
me.
कॉल उठा के मेरे मुंह पे काट दिए, by the way. GG.
You said the decency to pick up, bro.
Yeah.
With me, he doesn't even pick up.
He's saying not coming sleep. It's Friday.
Okay. I think उसको बहुत थक गया होगा बहुत. Why am I watching Ivaxa play Bed Wars? I just realized I'm watching this donkey play Minecraft.
I mean, we can always have Prisma come.
No, do we need 5? Do we need 4? 5?
I mean, you don't necessarily need 5.
So let's
It's
just
better
like have a rando and kick him or like troll him. अगर आ गया बंदा तो आ गया, नहीं आया तो, you know.
Yeah, sure.
That chest of virus should be here any second now.
Yeah. What the fuck are you playing, Brad? What fucking Chinese game are you playing now?
Respect, bro. He loves cultivation games.
Yeah, what game is this?
I have
6
no clue,
hours
I
a
haven't-
day minimum, by the way. He says 6 hours a day minimum. Interesting, like a job. Scroll of Taiwu. Okay.
Okay.
तू बुढ़ी कैसे हो गई? तेरी उम्र कितनी है तू? हैं?
But remember when our good friend Ahmed Aziz also used to play with us? Kinda crazy.
When you say play, that means that's a very generous thing to say play with us. But yeah, I remember, bro.
Ahmed Aziz and his P90 shenanigans, by the way.
Yeah, but Aziz trying to move his mouse, bro. That was the most beautiful thing. Like, I genuinely, he was having a war with his mouse, like fighting the mouse to death to get it to move.
Oh. I had food after like, yeah, I think like 24 hours.
Oh my god.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
मैं क्या करूं यार? क्या करूं?
Prisma,
इसका?
फोन उठाते हैं तो सलाम करते हैं, bro. Hello, what are you doing, bro? What? About you? You wanna play? I don't get it, bro. Like, you just don't play with me anymore. I don't get it. Kind of fucked up. It's actually kind of fucked up, by the way. Like, why are you not coming? क्यों नहीं आ रहे, bro? कब आओगे, bro? We are in lobby. Virus आ रहे हैं. Waiting for him. We were like, Prisma Sherry भी आ जाएगी. क्यों, bro? मैं आपके बगैर नहीं खेलना चाहता हूँ, bro. Okay. Okay. Kill yourself, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you, Prisma Sherry. Fuck you, Prisma Sherry. Wait, so you're coming next then? Why? Why? I don't get it. Like, tell me why though. Why not play game with friends? I don't get it. 20 मिनट बाद उठ के क्या करोगे, bro? I don't get this guy. I don't get this guy. Prisma Sherry's on track to lose his friends, by the way. That's Prisma Sherry. I don't know, bro. Doesn't look too good. Doesn't look too good, bro.
He's Emiya Sherry, bro.
Good night.
He's Emiya Sherry for a reason.
He is Gandu Sherry, bro. That's what he is. Farouk किधर है?
पता नहीं.
Farouk and I played Premiere on fucking dusk till 9 AM.
I think he just died after that, bro. We should call his family and ask if he's not dead in his room.
Bro, Prisma Sherry is the only one who has any contact with Umar's family.
मैंने उससे एक दो I think बहन से बात की थी, मुझे याद नहीं मुझे.
Prisma Sherry and Umar's sister are friends on Facebook. I don't know why.
I don't get it. I don't know why.
Same.
Either. It's the most random thing I've seen in a while. Like, especially with how protective Umar is, for some reason, of his family's identities.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Average Arab household. Cast invisibility spell on woman.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Pasta.
Oh my god. Why did I know it was which one? Which pasta?
Alfredo.
Oh my god.
With black pepper.
Bro, stop. Just don't tell me. It's so good. I ate.
And I ate after so long. I was like, it feels like jaan nahi hai ekdam se.
Acha, listen. I'm kind of scared to drink my energy drinks. मैंने कुछ खाना नहीं खाया. I think I'm gonna like have a heart attack if I down like 2 epics right now.
I mean, dekho bro, if I'm being honest, it's like that's highly unlikely, you feel me?
I know. Masla yeah, I've had like 4 cups of coffee and I haven't eaten anything at all.
I mean, eat something then. Like order something.
I sent you my last 200 rupees, bro.
What? Told me that was the case, bro.
It's okay, bro. I'd already bought myself.
Does anyone have Virus's number, bro?
I used to.
Agya.
Let's go.
Fred, hello? Fred, hello? Hello, bro. Can you stop playing this cultivation game and come?
Oh, he pinged us like 30 times.
Zhang Young. Zheng Yang, Zheng Miwan, Dang Fengen. Oh my god.
Dang Feng, of course, Dang Feng. Where's Fatty Wang, bro?
He knows the tech, by the way. He knows the tech in the game. I don't get it. He's actually been playing it like a fucking job, by the way. Oh, hello.
He's expanding his dynasty.
That's why I love video
Talent
games.
recruitment. Oh my god. Fang Rongzi. He just recruited Fang
18 years
Rongzi.
old.
It would be better if he was under 18. It's
You
a
should-
cultivation game. He needs to recruit eunuchs as well. Or create eunuchs. If that's possible.
Is Umar or Simon coming?
So I'm
Neither.
going to sleep. Umar's
Umar
like,
ka kuch pata nahi hai.
Umar disappeared, bro.
He played CS till 9 AM yesterday. I mean, yeah, today. So,
Huh. Interesting.
Many we carried you, bro.
I mean, he should be up by now. Huh?
maybe your tongue, bro. I fell asleep in the evening. After I got back home. Did Spaza 17 stop uploading videos?
I think so. I mean, I haven't seen any Osu content in a very long time, actually.
Bro, all Spaza
Yeah,
did was like Glaze, Emmerich, and Varsity Sharpler. That's his whole content.
I mean, worst HR player Glaze was like, I don't know, very.
Deserved.
I mean, that's just
Deserved.
Emmerich Glaze is
justified.
like the just brain rot. It's like
Yeah, even
how
Glaze is
people
good
used
stuff.
to.
Yeah.
It's like how people used to glaive cookies, bro, back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, guys,
People still do, by the way. People still do.
Guys, Cookies, he took a shit, guys. What? How he do it? So
That
fucking
precision.
cancer. That precision.
Ariva, can you look at what I'm doing, bro? I'm trying to
What are you
get my
doing?
husband killed so I can marry someone else. So I can have better babies.
Oh.
I don't think you understand what I'm doing right now. Blood doesn't understand what I'm doing. Listen. This
I don't get
animal
it.
has really bad stats, okay? Look at these stats. They're so fucking bad. I got a better
Oh.
husband. Kaya? Gira. This guy's better, okay? So like, I have to kill this guy to marry this guy because you can only marry one guy.
Can you like poison him or something?
How you gonna kill your
Poison
Basically,
him or something?
this is called the dark abyss. Look at that. If you travel through the dark abyss, it leads to injuries for everyone who travels through it. So I'm spamming travel through it because I'm a nice guy. I'm a kind standpoint, okay? So I can't just outright attack him. If I was egoist, I could, but I can't right now.
So you basically
he's on
Can you like not poison him or something?
tearing
I
his
can
soul
poison him,
apart.
but he just heals it. Like he has good medicine qualifications. Look at this.
Are you
62.
like? Are you influencing chi deviation, bro?
I heard him so bad that there's no coming back from this. He's gone, bro. 15% HP. Okay, next turn is over. It's over. So fucking bad. So
औरत ये मुझे औरत जात ही नहीं पसंद ब्रो इसी वजह से नहीं पसंद
yeah.
Such me, bro. I'm gonna get poisoned to death.
But
Damn,
this
makes-
nigga couldn't get any hose. He became one himself. By the way, it's actually over.
Bro, I only had a daughter, bro. That's my original title. Oh, he died. Yes. Make a luxurious
Poor
name.
guy.
Hurriedly bury them. Hurriedly bury them.
Gotta get in time. You gotta reach in time for the marriage ceremony, bro.
It's over, bro. I can marry this guy.
Hello, bro. My nigga did not deserve to end like that.
What if it was
Oh
Sarm
my god,
for
marry
us?
each other. Yes.
Did you just bury Sarm for us?
Wait, but Fred, how is he ready to marry you, bro? तेरी जैसी राण को कौन भाव
I
डालेगा?
already confided in love with him, bro. He's like in love. Look at this. Adore.
He was having an affair, Evie. He was having an affair.
Oh my god. Wait, if you were having an affair already, then you could have gotten the guy to kill your husband. That way, you know, मामला सच ना होता, bro.
This guy is
ऊपर
also
लग
a nice
जाता है
guy, I
इल्जाम,
think.
bro.
Oh, he's egoist. Wait, that could have worked actually. I could have pit them against each other, but it'll take like too long.
Stevie, he's talking like it's an actual thing in the game. By the way, he'll listen to him.
I think
he's
it
like,
is,
okay,
I think
yeah, I could have done that. So like that actually exists in the game.
No, it does exist. It's easy.
So
Wait,
good, man.
you're in a
That's
year
very
41.
You go here. Look at this. Encourage rivalry. Look at this. I could have done this, and then they would have fought each other. Easy.
Wait, Ben, where's our good friend, bro?
Gone.
Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan.
What? Why would he be here, bro? This is fictional, bro.
Yeah, where am I?
I don't get it, man. I don't get it, bro.
He doesn't get it.
Oh my god. Okay. We're playing, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, being a woman in this game is like broken because you can just carry around babies over and over.
Buckalo?
Yes.
Join lobby, bro.
Oh. Okay, yeah, coming.
But I don't like being a woman, bro. I don't like this.
Neither do I, bro. That's why I gender swapped.
क्या क्यों किया वायरस भड़वे?
No.
Q
new
Premier,
Kingdom,
bro.
no.
Q Premier, bro.
I don't think we can. Okay, we can, but like, we're 4 people. Do you really want to play
Have you
Premier?
read Jin Men? Have you read Jin Men, bro?
No.
Jin Men? What the fuck is Jin Men?
Do you guys really want to play Premier?
Like men that are Jin, bro.
Let's play one normal comp first.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
warm
bro.
up, bro. Whole night ahead of us, you feel?
My day is just started, bro.
Oh my god.
I need the kind of energy Ultimate Warrior had, bro. In like the early 90s.
Do you know about the conspiracy theory?
What, the one where he's a Nazi?
No. Where the real Ultimate Warrior was fired by Vince.
Oh yes.
And they had a fucking body that was standing.
Yes. Warrior Gate.
ゲラを出します。それでは質疑応答の方にゲラを出します。それでは質疑応答の方に移ろうと思います。何かご質問はありますでしょうか。じゃあそちらの方どうぞ。
Do you remember the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan's tag team? What look at the energy in that. It's the most insane thing I've seen in a while. उसका promo देखना. When they're fighting Mr. Perfect and the Genius.
では質疑応答の方を終了とします。以上のメンバーでお送りします。ドラマフォローのグラフィック順序アジフライ殺人事件皆様どうかご期待ください。